Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another painting video, and this time we are going to be painting, continue painting our Resident Evil the board game miniatures, and this time we will be going onto the zombie dogs, or the Cerberus, I think they're called. Before we get into that, I just want to let you know that I've got a PayPal account. If you would like to donate to the channel, that'd be very much welcome. And yeah, that's the begging part of the video over. So without further ado, let's move on to the first stages. What I have done with these is I've given them a wash with some warm soapy water, just to get any release agent off from when they were moulded. And then I've undercoated them with Army Painter Brainmatter Beige. With these dogs, I don't have a black spray, so it'd probably be better to spray them in black if you have that, but I don't. So the first step I'm going to do is Black Legion contrast paint. This will probably need 2 coats, so I'm going to slap these on, both these two, and yeah, we'll get this done. Let's start. So just slap it over all the entire mini. Don't worry too much about the wounds on the dog, on the back and stuff, because we'll come to that in a later step. But yeah, we'll finish getting that slapped on and we'll be back. Okay, so that's the black done on them. Next step, I'm going to go with Mon Fang Brown. So looking at photos of Doberman, they appear to have like brown on them, like around there, like the inside of their leg, back of the leg, feet, and some around the base of their jaw. So I'm going to try and replicate that. So we're going with Mon Fang Brown, put it on our wet palette. Work it down slightly, and then just, this one's a good example, at the bottom of the jaw, just like underneath, and take it down a little ways. It doesn't seem to be fully on there. And then on the back of the leg and the feet, and then sort of the hind legs, it seems to be the inside of the leg mostly, like that. I'll get that filled in and then we'll come back and see what that looks like. Yeah, we'll see what that looks like. Okay, so that's the brown on them done. Doesn't have to be super neat, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get Nuln Oil, and this is going to tie it in the black and the brown together, but I'm not going to put it straight on. What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to water it down 50-50. We don't want it too thick and too dark. And then we're just going to go over the entire model with that, just to darken it down, as you can see. Get that over the entire model and we'll be back. Okay, so that's a bit done. Next we want to go in with Khorne Red, and this we're going to start filling in all the wounds. So again, we're going to water it down a tad, and yeah, just everywhere there's an injury on the creature, we want to just fill it in. There's quite a lot on these ones, so if you're having trouble finding them, I'm sure you might be able to find pictures of other completed ones, or fast forward to see where I've put all the wounds on mine in the next section. But yeah, anywhere the skin's been broken and there's exposed bone or muscle, just fill those bits in. I'll get that done as best I can and we'll be back. Okay, so that's the red done. If you want to have a look, I'll rotate him slowly so you can see where I've put the red. Mostly around his leg there, up the side of him, a little bit in the deeper parts of the leg, the back leg there and the back. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to see the injuries on them, but that's where I put them. And on this one, you see, around the eyeball there, on the side, on the leg, around the front, yeah, and on the back and on the side leg there again. So next stage, what I'm going to go in with Mephiston Red, just give that a slight highlight. This is just like the very tops, very highest parts of the muscles, like so. More to the centre, less leaving like the edges, the darker paint. Once it's dried, I'll probably go over it a second time just to brighten it up a tad more. But there you go. So it's starting to stand out a bit more. I'll get that finished and we'll be back. Right, they're coming along nicely. So next we're going to go in with Flon Flesh, and this is going to be used for any exposed bone and the teeth and the claws. So get a finer brush here. Okay. So for this, it'd be the rib cage, exposed rib cage. Any teeth. So I've finished getting that rib cage down the teeth and we'll be back. That's the bones, the teeth and the claws done. Next we're going to get Agrax Earthshade, give it a good shake, and we're going to paint this over all the bits we just done, like bone colour, and onto the brown as well, because hopefully it will tie in a bit better with the black. So without further ado, right on the mouth there. Just a little bit there. We'll do the claws. We'll get that done and we'll see how that turns out. Right, so they've been washed. That next we want to go in with Berserker Bloodshade. So with this we're going to go on all the damaged parts of the Cerberus, and that includes the rib cage. So you want a reddish sort of tint to that, and there, like that. Like that. And this side here. That. It might actually go over because it's damaged skin, so it doesn't need to be perfect. I'll finish it off and we'll be back. Right, so that's the red still drying. I'm just going to quickly go in with Pink Horror. This is literally just for the tongue. So I've been doing the tongues the same colour as all the broken parts of the where all the muscle shows through. So I just want a tiny little line. So his mouth, like that, nice and easy. Okay, right, that's done. Right, so that's out of the way. Next step, we're going to go back in with Mournfang Brown. This is just to pick up the highest points of the brown parts of the puppy. Like his foot here. These big old muscles around the jaw. Don't want too much, just enough to pick up the highlights where the sun might catch, like on the back of the hill. There and there. There and there. The paw. Yeah. So you really need. Right, we'll be back for the next stage. And the final highlight for the brown, we're going to go in with Skrag Brown. Just pick up those sharpest edges. Nothing too major. Just the very sort of tip where the light would just glance off. Again, like the hills possibly. And just the sun facing parts. Or the light source parts. But yeah. Literally just a few bits. Yeah. Okay, so next we're going to go in again with Flon Flesh. And this is just a single line on the on like the ribs, just to accentuate them, just to make them stand out a little bit more. Like so. And same with this one. Nice and easy. A little bit of bone there. There you go. Happy with that. Final bit of highlight in here. Well, the last part is the remaining parts of the skin. So the black. So I'm going to go in with Dark Reaper. Why is that not focusing? Dark Reaper. And this is going to be a very, very fine highlight. I don't want it to be too blue, if you know what I mean. So it's just going to be the highest points. So like the tips of the ears. Snout, any raised muscle bits along the back, really. Yeah, we don't want it too blue, too overpowering. So just like quite a fine highlight. That's the skin starting to be highlighted. The next and final bit of highlighting we're going to do is we're going to get Uther Grey. We're going to mix it with 50-50 with the Dark Reaper that's on the palette. And this is just for the highest points. So literally just the tip of the ears. Snout. And just a tail. Probably just keep it to the top. That's it. Final bit before we do all the blood. So we use a Ulthuan Grey again. This time we want it pure. And this is for literally just dotting the eyes. Undead zombie eyes. So. Okay, so that's the eyes done, and finally, the fun bit. Blood for the Blood God. And a little sponge. Get the pot of shake. Dab a sponge in it. So it looks like this. Then we want to get some of that off on a bit of tissue. So just get it off on tissue. Then just dab it on. So try and aim for the wounded parts of the mini. Around there. Bit in the centre. Put around the mouth so it looks like it's eaten. There you go. That's one Cerberus. I'll finish the other one and then we'll be back. And there you have it. Completed Cerberus. Ready for your board gaming needs. The best boy. The good boy. Zombie's best friend. Cerberus. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And share. Every single subscriber I get really helps. It makes me super happy. And yeah. Hopefully see you in the next video. Take care.